Greetings and welcome, everyone. It's an all-you-can-geek Gamecast. I'm over host Jim Gass, joined by Mike Sneedy,
What's up?
Corey Feinsod,
Ahoy!
and Tony Korkanakis.
Hello, hello.
Welcome, guys. Welcome, listeners. Welcome, viewers. We're live right now on Twitch. Tuesday night starting at 8. We just did the movie cast. We're on the Gamecast now. A lot of stuff going on. If you don't get to watch these live broadcasts on Tuesday nights, be sure to pop over on YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you. And give us a subscription, give us a comment. Helps us out quite a bit. We'd love to hear from you guys. All right, Gamecast. We were just talking about Clair Obscur, movie being produced soon. It's in production. What we've been up to, though, I think most of us here. Corey, are you playing Clair Obscur?
Yeah, I played.
This is
Mentioned
crazy.
it on the movie cast.
Yeah, I missed you that you said you had played it. I'm sorry. Yes, you did. Yes, you did say that. It went right past me, and now I realize what we had talked about. So, but yeah, so Clair Obscur 33, Expedition 33, is a new game that came out. It came out last week, right? And Friday, and it just got when it dropped. I mean, the reviews were pretty high. It wasn't even on my radar until I saw the people talking about it review wise. Wasn't even on my radar, and unfortunately,
I told you.
Yeah.
And
I thought we were talking about it.
You did talk about it.
No,
I'm
I think I recall us talking
myself
about it when it was revealed.
Yeah, I just didn't see myself
this looks awesome, cool concept. But yeah, I got you what you mean, Jim. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could see.
So it also, for games for me, I have to I don't know, hit at that right moment. And this is just, I don't know. I've played a lot of RPGs already. Not this year, but late last year, early this year. And I'm so I don't know. I want to get into an RPG, but this was, it's so good. So that's what I've been playing. Tony, you've been playing this. Corey, you've been playing this. When you guys, I mean, you're probably further than me.
Mike?
I have it downloaded, but I haven't played it yet. I'm still playing Kingdom Come Deliverance. So I can't do two RPGs at once.
That's a lot.
So
that's
soon.
A lot. So yeah, we'll hear about
I think it's a different game.
Not to mention, I'm playing two other games currently as well.
Tony, describe this game for those who haven't played it yet. To kind of
sell me on it too, because I still don't know if it's really my type of game. But
I think
these reviews and this reaction is so outstanding. I'm like, all right, it's on Game Pass. I gotta try this.
You played the Yakuza, what is it, Dragon?
Like a Dragon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, it's adjacent to that, I would imagine, because it's turn-based.
I think it's more interactive than that, though.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah. And that's kind of the thing. So, I mean, pretty much this is a love letter to Japanese RPG games of, I would say the PS1, early PS2 era. From just the world design, the character design, the talents, skill trees, equipment, so on and so forth. The story, for those that might not have looked, I'll just try to be as spoiler-free as possible. But takes place in a alternate, modernish French setting. Yeah. So it's modern. I would say modern fantasy.
Modern,
I know that it was modernish.
It's not modern-ish. It's colonial,
Victorian.
Victorian. That's the
Victorian. Yeah, that's probably the more correct.
All right.
Ish. It's not medieval. I don't want to say
but there is tech, so maybe steampunk. Maybe steampunk.
Yeah. But so it's an interesting blend of genres. But the story goes that for some reason there's bad shit going on in this world, and there is a timer that counts down from 100. And every year that goes by, the number goes down, and what happens is that number becomes the cap for people living in it for their age. So once it goes to 99, anybody 99 or over just kind of fades to dust. Avengers Endgame or Infinity War. I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark. Literally that just goes away into rose petals.
Rose petals.
I think they call it the bromage. Sequence.
The bromage.
But so yeah, it's all the way down to 33. This because it counts down, and they are on a quest to stop the being that is doing the countdown. They don't know it; they just refer to it as the Paintress, and they assume that because she's the one doing the counting, every year, that they could stop her. And maybe this stops all the bad things going away because cap is pretty low at 33. I mean, you got to think about it. There's no old people anymore. Yeah, it's there's no old people.
For a few years,
a lot of knowledge has been lost, obviously, experience, and so on and so forth. So you play as characters that are going on this Expedition 33, sequenced from 100 to try and stop the painters. But the gameplay system is really cool because it's turn-based RPG. So if you imagine something like the PS1 Final Fantasy games, or more modernly, if you play Persona or Metaphor, there's 3 characters in battle. There's regular fight, items, spells, etc., weaknesses. But it takes the best parts of a lot of those games and mixes it up very well, right? Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, and I think this game nails it where it's like, you can obviously see the inspirations from those other games, but it's not like, oh, it's just done poorly. It's actually done well in a style that it's just fun and engaging. So the other part of the system is that it's takes place with real-time elements to it. So when you do a move, there'll be like a quick little QTE timing sequence where it's like, oh, you have to hit the X button, and if you land it or time it correctly, you'll do like extra damage or extra healing. On the other side of the coin there, it's on defense. You can dodge or parry attacks, Bloodborne, Sekiro style, or as I like to recommend it to some people, Mario RPG, where it's like, hey, if you hit the button correctly, you'll just avoid damage completely. So it's more interactive, it's more actiony for those elements, but it's still like turn-based strategy where I'm like, okay, if I buff my party this turn, next turn I can break or stun the enemy and then unleash like a huge, combo, whatever, etc. But it's really cool. I just started Act 2, and it's at the point where like the game is like starting to open up in terms of all the different systems and the layers, and I'm just like, oh, that's really cool. And I saw this one dude talking about something that he's done. I'm like, damn, I didn't even think about that kind of build, but I'm interested to try it now because it sounds pretty powerful. But I'm loving it so far. I think it's 9 hours in right now. I think they said it was about 30-ish for a main playthrough.
About 30 to 35 if you really kind of take your time through it. So yeah, that's about that in a nutshell. I got very serious, like the design of some of the enemies. I got very serious Elden Ring vibes.
Yeah, absolutely. From Software is a big inspiration for him.
Yeah, even like the parry, the way you parry and dodge, it's got that slowdown aspect of things where you're like, okay, big hit coming, and jump repair. It's really cool. So, but then like they said, the strategy behind the turn-based part of it goes into play because and they start to ease you into that strategy as you go. But to like, I just faced like a little like monster that you have a certain amount of time to beat. Yep. And you have to, and I misplanned my overcharge. Like I misdid my overcharge.
You missed the window.
Yep. And I wasted it on a shield because I was like, well, he's leaving this turn. Yeah. So.
Oh no.
Yep. But I went back. I was able to reset, and I not reset, but I got back and I took him out. But you learn quick, and it's really cool with that aspect of things. Corey, what about you? What are you thinking so far?
Yeah, no, it's fan. Just like you guys said, it's the world building has been very intriguing, and it propels you forward because you want to discover what's going on.
The mystery.
Then, right, exactly. And then when you get to go on this expedition, you're learning things, and then a whole bunch of shit hits the fan moments happen, and you are trying to figure out what's going on there. So it's like layers on layers of mysteries here because you have what is the paintress, like what is this place we're going to, all these different things that push you forward and make you want to see what's next. And then you have the gameplay elements that are like Tony described and you were saying, Jim, like they're very the core elements of what they are doing. They're taking the best parts, like you said, and then they're adding a little bit of their own flavor to it and mixing things up to give you a little bit of its own interpretation of these mechanics and making you feel like I'm not just selecting attack and then that's it. And I'm not just selecting spell and that's it. I need to make sure I'm doing these in a sequence using the different weaknesses and strengths against certain enemies to my advantage and the parries to my advantage. And that element there is skill-based element to that and learning the different attacks that the enemies have and how they are going to swing at you and their different behavior so that way you can use those to your benefit. So there's not just there's a battle and then hit the button. There's more watching and learning to it, which makes it much more interesting. And yeah, the the story is what's driving me forward, at least too. The characters
Yeah,
are
that
interesting.
mystery, the characters are so they're actually so like memorable. The thing you get like from a game that's impactful, and this will be a spoiler cast game. There's no question. But the thing you get from like for these RPG games is when you have those characters that you instantly attach to and are memorable and you feel for, and it's just like that's for me what draws me in. And no, the Yakuza game's an action game, but I told you like multiple times I just couldn't get myself attached to the character, and so for me that's how I play a game, and it's like this just like draws you in with everything, and it's so well done with it. And the best way to say
it's something I really appreciate because one of the cliches of a lot of RPGs, right, is that at least older ones is like, hey, the world building is always slow. It's like, hey, you're a teenager and you're going on a simple fishing quest with your little brother, your sister, your best friend, your girl next door kind of thing, and then all of a sudden something happens and you get involved and it just keeps escalating. You're like, okay, you got to go through the build up that takes up a couple hours, right? And this is just kind of like hits you right in the face. Like this is it. Awful things are happening. They've been happening for 67 freaking years already. Good luck. And they introduce you to the characters, and even though you don't know them, like instantly in that first hour, it's like, oh, like I know their motivations. I know their feelings about a lot of things, each other, themselves, etc. And it's just like, damn, okay, I didn't expect to
but
attach
it's even
myself
like
to these characters that
even
quickly.
like the side characters that you don't attach
Yeah.
to, that you see it in the beginning, like the events that happen. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
dude,
yeah.
I felt
Yeah.
bad. So it's just like,
well, even just like all the people that you talk to during your trip down to the docks, it's
I
like
love that
you're
aspect
giving
of
little
it.
stories and little elements to their life and how they all know what's happening.
I love that
And
aspect of it.
in a way, they're celebrating it, but at the same time, they are, saddened by what's happening, and everyone's kind of dealing with it differently. It's very interesting.
And the voice actors, the voice talent help immensely too. I mean, everybody's nailing another role. So the main character is played by Charlie Cox. The secondary main character is Shadowheart from Baldur's Gate 3. Andy Serkis is later.
That's what I've heard that voice for. Okay.
And Ben Starr, Clive of Final Fantasy 16. And I don't mean to shit like it, but like the whole time I'm playing this game, the first night, I'm just like, man, this could have been Final Fantasy 16. This, like in some alternate reality, this was Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah. I can see that. So, yeah, it's very good. We'll talk more about it, I'm sure.
First impression is fantastic.
Yeah. So, all right.
I've never seen a reaction like this to a new IP since, I don't know.
I don't think.
I can't remember, honestly.
How rare, like, again, it's rare that
Elden Ring.
So many people I know have
Elden Ring, but that was, everyone knew that was from Soft, So that's even different. Yeah, technically, but come on.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the studio's first game, so it is very impressive.
Black, was it Wu-Tang? What was that? The monkey game?
Wukong.
Oh, Black Wukong.
Yeah, Wukong.
Right.
Black Myth.
Black Myth. Thank you, Black Myth. I'm like, what's that?
I'm like, that's not right. Black Wukong. That's
I got it.
It's a different game.
So,
but I mean that got a lot of praise for first endeavor into the video game world, and
that was nationalistically boosted a little, but okay.
Yeah, they're proud of it. Anything else, you guys? For you two? Not really.
Okay.
I'm going to you, Mike.
It.
I'm going to you, Mike. I just want to make sure they didn't have anything else for it. Go ahead, Mike.
I mean, Rivals and Kingdom Come, nothing new, but I did roll credits for Blueprints, the other sort of Gamecast surprise that I had. That said, I still don't know anything. There's still like you can roll credits in this game, and then it's just like, oh, you need to figure. You don't need to, but to get, to finish what you started, sort of, you got to do a lot more. So we've been playing some more. Still doing it with my wife, who's my note taker. And no, it's good. You never quite feel satisfied. That's my one issue with this. Like if you finally solve something and it's just like, oh, you have more things to solve. There you go. Or oh, there's a new room that will help you next time. It's like, all right. But there's lots of layers to it, and I did finish something I was trying to do for a little while last run, so it's good. Definitely a very cerebral game, and not for the impatient, I would say, either, because you definitely need to just sometimes burn days just to keep
it's a
going,
puzzle
and
game.
brute force it sometimes. We got to the initial roll credits goal like day 27-ish, which is decent, I guess. But now we're like day 35 doing other stuff.
See, my wife's liked it. I told you should have played the Zero Escape games when they're on Game Pass.
Yeah.
I don't even know what those are.
The puzzle
stuff
games. Yeah, they're awesome games.
Puzzle stuff.
So good.
The first one stressed me out so much.
The last one's not so good, but the first two are
so
good.
good.
Yeah.
First two are incredible.
First two are incredible. Absolutely. So,
and yeah, once I'm done with Kingdom Come, I'll jump into the other one. But I still could play that game forever. I might just try to mainline the rest of the story, and I can always go back to Kingdom Come later with all the side stuff. Apparently, it's getting DLC in a week too.
Oh wow!
So
yeah,
a lot of content in that game.
Yeah, it's this one year so far for new studios, or not new, but not AAA.
It's a second game, pretty much.
Yeah, like a smaller. Smaller
it's borderline now with this game.
Yeah. But no, I mean, like you said, you could always go back. I mean, this game's 30 to 35 hours. It's not as deep as that game. So, but we'll see.
Since we're talking about million copies sold already.
What I was going to go start with here. Yeah, 1 million copies sold in less than a week. Wow.
It's on Game Pass.
Crazy. I mean, the price is also good. It's on Game Pass, and I bought it. I bought the game. I forgot. I didn't realize it was on Game Pass. But I'm like, you know what? Playing this game, I'm like,
under $40? That's ridiculous.
It was mine was $40 because I had $10 credit. I didn't even realize it's $50 on PS5. But I bought it for $40 because I had $10 credit, which I think I got given to me from them from some outage a long time ago that I never spent. So I got it for $40.
So is this game half a Mario Kart?
That's what I'm saying. This game's amazing. But its value in terms of selling value too. So I think what helped this game is the fact that it's $50. I think that price point for them got people to buy it.
It makes that pill easier to swallow for sure. Yeah. Prices. I mean, the thing is, with a known quantity, like Mario Kart, people know what they're getting into. They know that if you buy it, you're getting at least 8-9 years until the next one comes out. So
just because that's their release cadence.
And you're getting a Switch 2.
Yeah,
you need something to play on it.
Yep. So I mean, it's doing well, and the price point helps, and the Game Pass access is also helping. That was a great move by them all around, because I'm sure it's gonna be on the charts. I can't wait to see where it lands, and it's gonna be exciting to see that. So, new IP, and that's always exciting to see a new IP come out and be successful. And they didn't spend. Clearly, the budget wasn't that high. I mean, it was high. It's video games, but it wasn't.
It's a double A.
Yeah.
It's not a triple A. Title. And if anything, again, just hope it shows that there is a desire still for turn-based, not only just turn-based RPGs, right? Because we had Baldur's Gate 3 the other year, but
I think like a Dragon
Final Fantasy games of yesteryear, right? Because it just pissed me off when Square Enix, like Yoshida was talking about, younger gamers want action, they want instant gratification. I'm like, okay, I sort of get that, but to go from turn-based whatever to just Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry, here you go. I'm like,
this kind of feel like by younger gamers, means like me 15 years ago.
We did have Metaphor last year, and that did get a lot of awards and nominations.
It did.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the thing is, Persona, right, is
a known quantity.
5 was a known quantity. Metaphor is a known quantity. But it's just this, Metaphor or Persona Metaphor, they were kind of their own genre. Whereas, as I play this, I'm just this is there's a to my mind, there's a path or a branch that if Square Enix just took this other path, we would have a game like this.
That. It's I wanted Final Fantasy to go down this route instead of
exactly
16's route.
Right. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think they're cooking with Rebirth, so I'm really looking forward to part 3. But that even Rebirth is closer to this, right, than 16.
Yeah.
So I'm just take that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm happy for this thing, like you said. And Like a Dragon's brought back the turn-based quite a bit, and they're very successful, those 2 RPGs they came out with. So it's proving that you can have these games. Turn-based does not make boring gameplay. so hopefully, because I think that's what everybody thought. It's boring. They don't. That's an old style game, But you can make a good game like this nowadays, and it works. And this is even better. Like this implementation, awesome idea. Keep it interesting. So,
which is crazy because they had something like this before. Like I don't know if you guys remember playing 8, but like when Squall attacked,
that's right.
if you timed I think it was R1 or R2, like he like fired the gunblade off, you got like
extra attack,
extra damage or something like that. So I'm like, why? Like you never implemented that. You never were like, oh, you know what? Yeah.
No, the action point system in this too is pretty cool. Where it's like you have to spend those points to do different things.
Yeah, and that's what I love from like the Bravely Default and the Octopath Traveler games, like stuff that again Square Enix has done before. So I was just like, bro, what are you doing? What are you doing, man?
Yeah. Is there a better map coming up, or is that the fault in the game? No,
that I will say is the biggest glaring omission to me because in every environment so far since the first one, I've kind of gotten like, wait, where am I?
That's happened to me. I'm in the first area, obviously. I'm just like, I don't know where I'm going here.
And I'm just like, am I going in the right direction or did I come from here? And I'm like, because, for the regions, they look pretty similar. And there's no like real landmarks. It's like, this is like the halfway point or whatever. So.
It's got a world map. I know it has a world map.
Things that are floating in the air are supposed to point you to where you're going.
Oh, is it?
Really? Oh, I didn't get that at all.
I have to look up. So, all right.
Little arrow pointing things?
There's things that float in the air, apparently.
I have to look there. Because, I get lost quite a bit. And then even on the world map part, I'm like, I think I got to go here, but I'm not sure because it's a weird map looking thing.
I'm pulling out the map all the time.
Yeah.
I do think that is like the biggest glaring flaw that I've encountered so far.
Yep. Talking about numbers.
Is this game, is it open or is there like zones? How's it laid out?
It's not open.
Yeah, it's not open. So
it's like you have you seen a Final Fantasy game played before? Like the PS1, like 7, 8, 9, 10?
No.
Well, you have freedom within an area that you're in, but you
have like a map, and it's not to scale or anything like that. It's not open world, but like you travel across this world map, and there's points where it's like, oh, you could enter the forest, or you could enter like the cave, or you can enter the river, and then that's its own like more realistic scaling.
Yes, Inquisition was
like. Yeah, I think so, if I remember right. Yeah. So talking about numbers, Elden Ring has shipped over 30 million copies worldwide. So congratulations to Elden Ring. Talking about that. So 30 million tarnished. That game.
Yep, and then it's still coming out on Switch too, so
probably
another 2-3 million.
It's gonna sell like hotcakes on that. Speaking of Switch 2, you guys pre-order yours?
Yep.
I got mine. That was such a crazy.
Oh, you got one, Jim?
Jim, once again, you made this big thing, these big declarations about something, and then you totally just buckle.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I have to jump. It's the grab, you got
right. Yeah,
the unicorn. You got to go for it. But yeah,
of course, there's this worry everything will get.
So many websites crashed. GameStop was so bad that day when it launched. I didn't get mine pre-order until 11:50.
Apparently, you're better off just walking into a physical store for these.
It was better to do that. I literally kept refreshing my cart, and as I was walking to lunch, I remember that with my laptop, and it was like 11:51. I finally got the red button to add it to my cart, and it even gave me errors while I was clicking checkout, but I didn't care. I just kept checking. I was just going, and then it confirmed, and I was like, okay. And then I waited for hours to get the confirmation email. I even reached out to the support. I was like, I don't have any confirmation. And then finally, before they even replied to me, just before they replied, I got the confirmation email. I was like, oh, I'm in. I got it. So it's good. Mario Kart bundle.
I was prepped. I had Target, Best Buy, and Walmart open. Target's website crashed like a minute or two right before the pre-orders went live, but I quickly loaded up the app, and the app was fine.
Yeah,
like,
I had it. That's
no problems at all in the app. So I was just like, oh, okay.
But
the thing is, it was so smooth. I didn't believe it. I was like, no. I was like, okay, like I'll just set that aside, and I spammed GameStop and Best Buy or Walmart until I got through on Walmart.
Walmart and Best Buy, yeah. So I pre-ordered where I wanted to, so I was happy because I had the credit there, and
props to GameStop though, because the next day, because I had off of work, I was like, oh well, you could just walk into the GameStops and apparently the quantities were pretty good. So I showed up like 2 hours before opening, was like 10th in line or something like that. Because I had to switch OLED to trade in, because they had a deal running for it. So I was like, oh well, if I can get one this way, because I just want a secure one. Because at any point, if they're like, oh, delayed, tariff, whatever bullshit, like I'm not gonna believe any of these things until like I actually have one in my fucking hands, and I'll deal with the rest when it comes to that. But GameStop was great. I know we like to shit talk GameStop a lot, but
we do.
Props to them. Like at
They
11,
needed
like
this too.
yeah, they absolutely needed this. But an hour before opening, the manager came out. I was like, "Hey, everybody! Like, just let you know, don't worry. We got 30 regular units and 50 bundles. There's clearly not 80 of you right here. It is limited to one of either or one total per person. So you're all set. And here's some pamphlets of like things that you can pre-order, blah blah blah." And I was just like, "Oh." And then we went in. Nothing wrong with the POS system at all. It was just like, "Oh, here's the training, here's the money."
It wasn't a POS. It was actually a point of sale.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yes.
Because like they've been very bad about that in the past before on some system launches.
Yeah,
no,
Like,
absolutely.
I'll give them kudos.
Yeah, my experience was interesting because I used to using Target and I had credits, if you want to say, like rewards at Target, plus you get the 5% with the credit card. And so I was trying to get it, but I had two in my cart because it let me add two. It's like, why not? Let's just be, sure here.
Sure.
But then I was like, well, it's not letting me. So then I just went down to one and it got through. So it's fine.
Cool. Yep.
Yeah, no problem. So I'm surprised that it did go as well as it did, and even though people were saying like it was selling out and things like that, there were opportunities later on.
Yeah.
And the following day, like you said, on during the day at GameStop and even at Walmart, it was kind of
it went back live. I think for a little bit.
They had some more that were popping up here and there if you were, eagle-eyed on the.
I feel like that's going to happen as we go till the date. It'll pop up with new pre-order links. We're not done with pre-orders. There'll be more popping up, and I think in a little bit.
Yeah, that was just like the big
initial
wave.
batch. Yeah. I mean, so Bloomberg analysts expect Switch 2 to sell between 6 to 8 million at launch. So that would be far surpassed of the record set by PS4 and 5 at 4.5 million at launch. So
yeah,
I'm surprised
they're going to sell as many as they can make.
What's that, Mike?
I am surprised that I'm surprised they made that many.
Well, they've
like
been
normally
making
that's a problem.
That's what we were talking about last week. Like, Mike, I know you're talking about the supply shortages self-created, but we were talking about like the fact that they had been making this for a while.
Not this time, I guess.
Yeah, no, this time around,
they've had so much time. They've been sitting on the Switch for forever. So I guess it makes sense. But yeah, I'm surprised they have just this much in reserve. But that's good.
That and they had what 2.2 million over in Japan, right, last week. So yeah, I mean,
apparently they, which is fucking insane. Like it's crazy because even like Masahiro Sakurai, who's the creator of like Kirby Smash Brothers, he's like, "Yeah, I won the lottery," and I'm just like, "Damn, dude, even you had to enter the lottery?" Like, I was just like, "Here you go, buddy. Here's here's one of the systems that you're working on right now for us." But
the only known developer for a Switch game. So
yeah. All right. Lastly in the news, Corey, I'm actually shocked you're here and not camping out. Got a little bit of an
we gotta wait till
today.
September. September 1st, I'll be out there.
Got it. Randy Pitchford jumps on Twitter, gives a little. I loved he did a bait video of people like just basically rage bait, making it look like they're going to delay Borderlands 4. Eventually, he got to the point and said that they are actually moving it up from the end of September to September 12th. So it's going better than expected. Yeah, He's very excited for it. Corey, you're very excited for it?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's Borderlands, so obviously I'm going to be excited, and hopefully it will be a much bigger improvement over the previous Borderlands game.
That's why
Borderlands 3 was fine. I mean, I tried to convince myself it was better than it was, but it was not anywhere near as good as 2.
It's also based on,
hopefully they learned.
It's the villain, man. It goes back to the villain. Like, you got to have that great, handsome Jack. He's got to make a return in this. Got to.
No, please. Let him be. I mean, they brought him back so many times. It's like you can't just keep bringing back the same thing.
Yeah.
And so like Timekeeper, is it? Okay. I forget what they call him. Hopefully he's a good villain. There's another antagonist, it looks like, from the trailers. So we shall see. But the other part of that was they're going to have a Borderlands Direct essentially for it.
Next
when this comes out, by the time this comes
Oh,
out,
it's
we'll
tomorrow.
have
Tomorrow.
Mm.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah,
30th.
tomorrow.
30th. Yeah. So 30th.
It's
about 20 minutes.
So it's kind of funny because tangentially related, because I play Fortnite still every now and then. They brought back the
Psycho
Raider,
skins.
the Psycho.
Yeah, they brought back the Psycho skin.
Apparently, there's a way to get the Psycho skin, like a code for it or whatever, and people have been reselling this for almost $1,000.
Yeah,
for the past like
Psycho
5
skin
years.
Real popular because
It was like
never
super rare. Yeah.
Yeah, and you got Claptrap was part of it and stuff. And...
Yeah, you got the Claptrap as the black beam, which apparently I didn't even know about because I've never seen it in the game. Actually, I've never even seen it in the game.
Yeah.
Been playing for 6 months or whatever now. Apparently, if you wear the Claptrap, it makes noise and will give your position away and stuff. It's like kind of like self-trolling. So the people are like, don't equip this in ranked. Like, just make sure you're playing casually.
That's what he does.
You're playing on hard mode, right? It's like It's kind of funny. So that was timed, but also I kind of wonder if this is pointing at the GTA 6 release date, right?
I think so.
Because bumping it up 2 weeks just seems kind of weird, right?
I think that's the other motive.
Making
like
room.
I think it's like, no, we have to get this done now because I think GTA 6 is probably early October, right? Early October.
I would imagine so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I read something that there's going to be like an announcement or trailer in August for GTA?
Oh, probably.
Yeah, it's a rumor. I don't know if it's real, but I read that August.
That.
I feel like
something.
if it's in August, I feel like October's too early, then too quick to launch, isn't it?
I mean, everyone knows it's coming. They've seen other footage, so what else do they need to do?
They could shadow drop that.
Yeah, shadow dropping is hot. Oblivion Remaster came this week, actually.
That's
right. Talked about that.
That's right.
The other Game Pass surprise and other Game Pass surprise. I've never played that, so there's another.
That's an RPG.
There's another waste of time for me later in the year.
That is a game I don't think you're going to be able to play, because
Why is that?
Very antiquated, and it looks great, but they did not change.
Well, they've changed it.
No,
they did though.
I heard that they still, and the glitches are still there. A lot of the glitches are still there.
Well, yeah, but
it's a remaster, not a remake.
Yeah,
they say that, but then they said that they also adjusted some things with the combat, like things are more responsive.
I don't know. I heard it was pretty close.
It's not a drastic overhaul, but whatever. We'll be surprised.
We'll see.
But yeah, that also launched well. But yeah, GTA 6. I definitely think. I definitely think we're seeing $100 GTA 6. I think that is.
Yeah.
I think it's a foregone conclusion.
I don't need that.
I mean, they'll probably throw in some like casino money or whatever it is that they have, the shark stuff.
Yeah, shark money. Shark money.
Cards,
I mean, just getting back to Borderlands, that's exciting for me because it's always nice to see when a
still
game
in
is coming.
You're still in though after
sooner
the
than
disappointment.
Yeah, I
know.
know.
The disappointment of 3 and the movie, you're still in. Okay.
I'm gonna be Al Pacino in Godfather. As soon as I think I'm out, they're gonna pull me back in. I'm
just by existing.
Willing participant. There's no.
Yeah, I never got attached to Borderlands 3 myself, but I loved 1 and I loved 2. So I loved 2 a lot. Like I played the thing I didn't play as much as you, but I played with you for the first little bit of it on the 1 system. So I really enjoyed that game. So I will definitely. If I'm watching this tomorrow,
they need to learn. Like the thing I don't understand with these companies is Destiny and Bungie. Like you got it to a point where everyone loved it, and then you changed it back to the way people hated it. Like when you came out with the second one, and then with 2, you have this whole like streamers and influencers and stuff. They were playing a certain way, and there's things that in the game that they would do, and then you bring out the next one, and you don't have that immediately. It's like you don't have raid bosses. You don't have dedicated drops. You don't have a super, super rare rarity that is like those like the moments that you can just clip over and over again and watch because of how like amazing they are when those things drop. It's like you don't have that. And it's just, how do you not learn? Like that's what people loved about the second game. And obviously the villain, but like certain gameplay elements that were obviously things that made the game worth continuing to play. You did not include. Like there was no like dedicated drops was just like a obvious thing. That's what that's why you farm certain bosses. It's like I want to get this gun, I want to get this specific god roll of the gun. I need to go to this place and farm it. Or get specific raid bosses. It's like they just didn't have that. It's amazing that these companies don't take the things that people loved and it's like double down on them.
Yep, you fix something that's not broken.
So we'll see if they do this year.
We will see. All right, I think that's going to wrap it up for this Gamecast. So thanks for tuning in once again.
Actually, I had Circana to go over. I didn't post it.
Oh yeah, okay, that's right.
Okay,
so let's get those numbers.
Yeah, so let's see real quick. March 2025 projected U.S. consumer spending on video game hardware, content, accessories declined 6% year over year to $4.7 billion. Assassin's Creed Shadows debuted as the best-selling game of March, ranking second year to date. So top 10, let's see, noteworthy. Number 1, Assassin's Creed Shadows. Number 2 was MLB The Show 25. Number 3 is Monster Hunter Wilds, hanging in there. Number 4, WWE 2K25. Number 5, that was new. Number 5, also new, Split Fiction. Call of Duty PGA, NBA. Number 9, Bleach Rebirth of Souls. Apparently, anime people coming out for that. And number 10, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
There you go.
Anything else noteworthy here? Fortnite led all titles in monthly active users on both Xbox and PlayStation platforms during March. Dragon Age The Veilguard placed 10th on PlayStation platforms, up from number 103 in February, thanks to its PlayStation Plus edition. March video game hardware spending fell 25% when compared to a year ago to $286 million. This is the lowest March hardware spending since 2019. PS5 hardware dollar sales down 26% year over year. Despite that, platform once again led the mark on both dollars and unit sales. Xbox Series ranked second, falling only 9% year over year. Switch hardware dipped 37% compared to March a year ago. Digital-only SKUs have accounted for 75% of Xbox Series and 50% of PlayStation 5 hardware units sold year to date. And I wanted to talk about that real quick because amidst the Switch 2 hubbub with all the pre-orders and the game e-pass carts or whatever the heck they're calling them, people are like, oh, Nintendo's going digital. I'm like, did you just miss the fact that like Xbox has a digital-only console already and PlayStation isn't even giving you the disc drive anymore? It's like a separate expensive accessory. This is where everybody is going.
Nintendo to keep it that way because they've been different so far.
Yeah, but you still have the cartridge slot in the system. It's not like it's
nice.
Separate. But
it is funny though, the difference between even the PlayStation and Xbox, so that's kind of how I play them, since the Xbox is a Game Pass system for me, so everything's pretty much digital, and I try to get physical on PlayStation. So from 50% to like, what was it, 80 you said, or 75%? 75%
of Xbox.
Yeah. So difference speaks to me too between those two.
That's what happens. That's Microsoft's push. They aren't really interested. I mean, even Indiana Jones, the PS5 game, the disc there is just partial. You got to download the rest.
Not good, but whatever.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yep, it's coming. It's coming fast.
We also had the EA layoffs.
Yes, I thought there was something else we didn't cover.
Yeah, that's what I almost forgot about. So EA laid off.
I said a certain keyword to trigger you guys in that story I saw there. Even though there's also an associated word that maybe softens the blow a little.
Yeah, I think so. 300 to 400 people getting laid off. Respawn got hit. They canceled. I think they canceled production on 2 games. If I remember, Respawn, right? One was a Titanfall game. It's unbelievable. They just can't make Titanfall 3.
It was an extraction shooter.
They just can't even make Titanfall anything.
Why.
They can't make Titanfall anything though. And a Jedi and a Star Wars game. But they're working to focus on the Jedi games. So. Yeah. I don't know.
EA being shitty.
Maybe one more of those only anyway, though.
It's just crazy to me that actually a couple months ago when Dragon Age Veilguard came out and it underperformed, right? It's like, maybe that's BioWare gone, but all of a sudden it's these other Respawn, which has been keeping the company in the green with pretty much all their games, Apex and Star Wars, stuff like that. So I guess when the next game flops, they'll lay off BioWare then. I don't know.
Who knows? It's so sad. Yeah, it sucks. And Respawn's making successful games for them.
No, they are. That's the thing, is it doesn't even matter anymore.
Doesn't even matter.
Doesn't matter if you make a successful game or not.
Extraction shooter. Oh yeah, everyone Marathon had a preview like a couple weeks ago. No one's too hot on it. It doesn't seem like.
Yeah, nobody cares.
That's Bungie. That's their own.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah,
that is destined to die. Pun intended. But that, I mean, that's a full price game, I think, or budget price, 50.
Well,
it's a paid title. I know that.
We don't know the price of it, but we know that it's going to cost something, which is probably a mistake because apparently there's 4 characters or something in like 3 maps.
Yeah, it's like, did you not learn from? I don't even remember the name of the game. Concord. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you gotta wonder what kind of talks are happening in the back rooms or upper exec suites at Sony now, because I imagine somebody like, we cannot have another Concord. We cannot have a Concord. And the thing is, like, it was weird because for a couple of years now they've been like, oh, Marathon's coming back. Marathon. I'm like, who the ever gave a shit about Marathon? Like, I'm sorry if you were a Marathon fan, but I'm like,
people who worked at Bungie.
Yeah, like that's it. Like, but the thing is too, it's been so long. It's like, how many of those people were even still around, right? Like,
yeah. And Halo is kind of the spiritual successor to Marathon, anyway.
Right, and Destiny's the spiritual successor to Halo. So what? You're doing the spiritual successor to the originator? Like, what does that even mean, right?
Yeah,
like,
We're so far past it. It's like, well,
I don't know.
Past this present. Oh, look, not good.
No. All right. Well, that is going to wrap up this episode, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, we're live on Twitch Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock. Please join us for these live broadcasts. If you can't, all the content's over on YouTube. If you're watching that on YouTube, give us a subscribe. It helps us quite a bit. We'll see you guys next week. We are out.